birds flying in his heart, then he would know which way destiny too was flying for him. Well, that's it. So he tells it. He even says it. Look, augurs were as clever as our politicians, who also must practice divination. If ever they are to do anything worth the name, there's no other way when you are dealing with life. And if you live by the cosmos, that's his religion, you look in the cosmos for your clue. If you live by personal God, you pray to him. Okay, we go. The other guys are dribbling the ball, cross themselves, trying to shoot a foul shot in the basketball game. Okay, they're living by a path that, they want Jesus to help them get the ball in the basket. Okay, fine. But he says if you're living by the cosmos, then you should do it this other way. If you're living by, I'm going to get the birds to fly down these people's throats out here. I'm thinking I get some of these birds right the right way. They scooted out. Look at them. Get their names. They crossed their names off and they got out while I was doing the door. God, is it that painful? Scoot out of here. I don't even know their names. They didn't even have to scoot. It wouldn't have mattered. Anyway, I wish I could know all your names. I apologize. Then he talks here about the haruspecs. That's on page 62. They study the entrails of the sacrifice. It's all the same process, divination. He says it's divination. It all depends on true, sincere, religious concentration you bring to the beat on your object. I bet you didn't know all this was in this book. So anyway, the haruspecs, and you and I both never even knew what the person who read livers was called a haruspecs, did we? Do I have it on the board there? Yep, there it is. To him the blood was conscious. He thought with his heart. To him the universe was alive and in quivering rapport. To him the blood was red and shining stream of consciousness. Hence to him the liver, that great organ. Here's the explanation. Where the blood struggles and overcomes death, was an object of profound mystery and significance. It stirred his soul. Look at how he describes it. You understand? I don't understand it. He does. So he gazed into the hot liver that was mapped out in fields and regions like the sky. It's in the river, and the liver has lines on it. Like the sky of stars, but these fields and regions were those of the red shining consciousness that runs through the whole animal creation. Therefore it had to contain the answer to his blood's own question. It's the same with stars, the study of stars, and the sky of stars. Whatever object will bring the consciousness into a state of pure attention. That's what divination is. Bringing the consciousness into a state of pure attention. And so on. Men juggle with prayer today, like I told you about the basketball guy who's going to cross himself before the room, that type of thing. As once they juggled with augury. And in the same way, some juggle with science. Some do it with impurity. Socrates, for instance, one of the first jugglers, juggled logic unpleasantly, he said. And I think something to be said about that. The haruspecs of the augur became jugglers. Anyway, you can read that yourself. So, really, the next is more about the painted tombs. I don't know if we there's anything more. Here's a good one. The Tomb of the Bulls. I told you I would tell you about that one. In this page, I think, I don't know what page this is in your book. What page are we up to? Painted tombs of Tarquinian. Anyway, he goes into some more tombs. He meets a German boy. You know what page that is? I have 115, but that couldn't be the right page in your book. 70, maybe it's about page, can't be page 70. Do you know what page it is in your book? Huh? Then we see the guide talking to a pale young fellow in old corduroy velveteen. He's a German guy who's a tourist. Can you see what page that is?
Is it in the page number 2 or the first one?
I think it's the second one.
That's
It's
what
the
second
fourth,
one
yeah,
starts on
number 2.
115 for us.
Oh, okay, so 115 is right. How did it get up to 115?
All the pictures.
Oh, the pictures, oh my God, okay. Yeah, I got it listed, 115, right, I got it here. Okay, so this is a very funny episode. This is a German sort of guy who's been to the university and he knows everything, and he's, you know, like a doctoral student. The young German tramps firmly on, but his spirit is not as